Well, it looks like we came across another boss. You can see the bird flying there. He's got the red kind of sparkles coming off of him. So we're going to figure out how to deal with this guy. I'd love to use the bow on him, but that's pretty much going to require us to get right on top of him. Now, what I could try and do is perhaps dig to him, dig a hole that we can shoot through. But of course, he's going to have a ranged kind of attack of his own. So we'll see how close we can get here before he starts hitting us with that. And we'll just see how it goes. I may end up having to just kind of have to duke it out with him, but we're going to take any advantage I think I might be able to get. Let's see here. And it will get ugly. Let's back this up. Okay, so he shoots through, but he doesn't actually... He doesn't have much of a range with that thing. Oh. No, come back this way. No, don't come this way. I didn't dig far enough with this. Now he's flying away from me. No, we want to take him out. Get back here. We weren't done with you. No! Oh, crap. This is not what we wanted. Where did he go? We're going to pan the camera up here and try to find him. Oh, and it's getting dark now. Did we lose him? I think we lost him. What a bummer. What a bummer. I wanted to take him out. Okay, exploration continues, and I went just over this corner, just over this hill up ahead, and there is something ominous, and so we're going to check it out. There it is. So we got a robot up there in a little tower. So I think that means, judging by the music, that this is a job for Captain Bluetail. Let's see what he can do about this. Ooh, there's a chest up there too. Excellent. So I'm kind of thinking, like, how much cheat mode do we want to do? Let's go ahead and get the dirt blocks here and do something like this, maybe. Yeah. See, can he hit me from there? Doesn't look like it. So I'm kind of curious if I can aim a bomb in here. I'm not sure how good my aim is going to be with this. And in fact, I'm going to fall off first. Let's go ahead and put it in my inventory and try this again. Let's try that again. Something like this. I'm curious if the bomb will kind of bounce down in there the way I'm hoping it will. Let's dig this down a bit. I'm not sure this is going to get in there, but we're going to give it a whirl anyway. Still haven't thrown a whole lot of bombs, so they're bouncing, their trajectory, I'm just not familiar with it yet. Let's do... maybe get in here a bit. It bounced down below. That was a dud. That was a dud. Alrighty, well, let's scoop it up and we'll just dig through this real quick and just see about coming up from underneath them. Hitting them with the sword. I don't know if they want to drop down. It may be because the door is closed. If we open the door... oh, he can aim the gun. He doesn't have to drop down. Gotcha. Oh, and he can hit me there. Oops. It looks like he kind of takes a minute, though. For example, let's back off a bit. Shield goes up, or off. The weapon goes up. We can go in here, hit, and step out. Yeah, very nice. Go on, put it away. And it's starting to get dark here. Oops, get up there. There we go. Now his buddy. You gonna shoot at me with your shield not up? What's he gonna do? I guess I'm not in close enough range. Yeah. Oh, he can hit me from there. Crap. Okay, let's try something a little different. Let's do that. And we'll break out the bow. And try to just get in here. There we go. Now we can step out. Fire and step back. Look at that. Thinking ahead. Very nice. Let's see what's up in this chest. Please be good. Well, copper. We're certainly looking for copper. Wasn't what I was hoping to find in here, but I will take it. And we'll go ahead and drop down here. I'll probably grab this sign to bring back with us, just because why not? But, let's see. Do we want to continue? Oh, I see a chest out there. Of course we're going to continue. But we're going to need to rest up a little bit. I think what we'll do is throw a tent down here, take a little bit of a break, see if we can heal up, and then press on and loot the chest. Okay, we're pretty well rested. I threw a torch up here to make sure I was seeing everything as it should be, and I didn't even notice this cave was actually here. In fact, before we leave, I do want to grab these iron doors. There we go. We'll take both of these, because why not? I guess I could take some of these platforms too. I do like these. I won't get all of them. We'll just grab a few of these just for fun. So let's see. We get the sword out here. We've got 2 guys to take out. Pretty much all we need to get through. I don't think I have any more bombs. Otherwise, I'd consider chucking one down there. No, I do not. But we have a flare. That wasn't quite a good enough throw. There we go. Wonder if that irritates them. No. Okay, sword out. Let's see. Actually, you know what? We're going to start this with a bow. And smack. Boy, these guys are just going to sit there and take it. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Alrighty. Anything good? We have an axe that's mediocre. Let's see. 7.89. It's not that bad, actually, compared to what I've got. I guess junk compared to junk, right? You never know. Let's see. It's very slow, though. I actually prefer to have the quicker speed. I can hit more often. Much more precise. We will take the chest with us because it's a little bit bigger. Okay. And do we press on? Looks like we got some cave up here. And maybe even some up further. I hate to press on at night, but I've kind of moved pretty far along here. If we jump up to the ship and come back, then I've got a long trek to get back here. So I think we're going to keep going, despite how dark it is. There we go. Take him out. We're getting better. Or it's just luck. It's probably just luck. Let's see. How dare you? Captain Bluetail is amazing with a bow. Sort of. We're going to throw a torch in here, make sure I'm not missing anything cool. Nope. And these guys are our peaceful friends. Wait a second. You are not peaceful. You look like them. But you are not. At least he doesn't have a breath weapon. That makes you guys a little bit easier. So I guess we're going to have to take both of these guys out as well. You look like the peaceful natives of this planet. Oh, I thought I was going to fall in that cave. That would have been no good. Of course, then I stepped down into it. That would be terrible. Let's throw this in here. And maybe here? Still nothing all that great. I think we will stay in here, though. Maybe go see where this goes down to, since we've got light in here. Ooh, that guy looks creepy. Now, what has seemed to be the case in all that I've played so far is that it seems like when there is a... there's always one peaceful creature, at least, and that's kind of my question. I'm not sure if there's only ever one, but that's what it seemed like. Pretty much... Whoa, he's quick. That was creepy. But pretty much any planet I've ever been to, I've only ever noticed there be one creature that is passive, that will not attack you. So once I've found that creature, I pretty much assume everybody else is going to be aggro, and that's definitely been the case so far. Let's get another torch in here. Okay. And this may just kind of pop back up at the surface. It does, and there's some copper, and we've got those creepy antler guys. These raging deer. That's what they are. Hopefully they don't have a breath weapon. I'm going to hope that they're kind of easy to dispatch here. Except when I fall. There we go. Not too bad. We're a little bit hurt, but... Okay, let's go ahead. Since we're in here and we've already dedicated the torches, and I'm too lazy to end up picking them back up, we might as well keep going. Looks like this is just going to go to water. But... we'll put a torch here. Yeah, that coal is not worth trying to get to, so we'll go ahead and cruise back out of here, make our way to the surface, and continue the exploration. Hopefully the sun comes up. I do very much hate traveling at night. Well, it was interesting. I thought the sun was about to come up, and it didn't. We had a little effect. I don't know if it was the temperature, if it was getting low and I wasn't paying attention, but I didn't have the sound effect that goes with it. So anyway, I don't know what that was about, but we're going to go ahead and check this chest I just found. I can't quite reach it from here. Let's see what's in here. Just a rickety old shield. Well, one of these days we'll get lucky. We keep finding a good number of chests with mediocre items in them, but we press on. We press on. We're putting this iron bow to good use. Definitely helped clear out a number of creatures here. Just missed him there. If I could only hit you. I mean, he takes a beating. There we go. Excellent. So let's see here. What do we have up here? More cave. Could be something in here. I always like to throw the torch in and just make sure nothing immediately. And we'll go a little bit further. Why not? Okay. Good enough. I see nothing immediately. We press on and there we go. The sun is coming up. Got a very cool lightning storm going on. It was pretty cool effect. I really like the randomness of the planets and everything. You never know what you're gonna run across. Let's see. We've got some copper here, and we're still trying to get our set of armor going. So we're gonna actually go after that, provided this guy can't make his way up here. Hopefully he can't. Actually, this could be gold. Now that I'm getting a better view of it in the light, so even better. We'll go ahead and collect that. May not help with our armor situation, but we want the gold. Okay, so let's see. If I bring up my inventory, well, I'm going to interrupt it now. So we've got 16, which means we have 8 copper. Onto the 11 means 19. So not enough to do everything we need, but we only need 12 to do the greaves, and then I think we needed a bit more than 12 to do the chest. So we're getting there. We definitely gonna need some more copper, but I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling like we're gonna come across a good patch of it here at some point in the near future. And this is kind of interesting. It's funny how you can dig yourself into a place and then not be able to get out. It's kind of bizarre. Run across that a couple times. Whoops. Oh no. I'm not all that high on life either. I have a bandage. I'm not high on life. Okay, let's explore into here a bit. Maybe there will be a big copper patch. No, but there is coal. Exactly what I was hoping for. Yep, walk up into the blade of Bluetail. And nothing more down there but fighting. Coal I actually have quite a bit of. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now. And continue moving along. We've made some pretty good progress. This isn't a small planet, so I don't expect to necessarily be looping around really quick, but I always do get curious when I've been traveling for a while just how much farther I need to go in order to make that happen. Let's go ahead and jump up here. Use our dirt mound. Let's see. I've still been keeping an eye to the sky for that boss bird. I really do want to find him. I really do want to take him out. That would be great. Okay, good enough view there. Now, at one of these points, I am going to explore the depths of a planet. We obviously didn't do it at the home planet we were at in the very beginning, and I have yet to do it here. I'm just exploring the surface of the planet, but I do want to dig down into the depths and get some of the better material as well. But right now we're just trying to work in the basics, just try to get our copper set going on. Maybe that's something we'll do after we address the UFO situation. One thing that's important to note as I gather materials here, I was noticing I went to make some more torches and had completely forgot that they require coal. So there's certainly more uses for coal than fuel, we know that, but as I'm placing the torches, I'm realizing, or as I'm crafting them, I suppose, I'm realizing that I do need to keep that in mind. So while I think I do have a lot of coal, well, I know I have a lot of coal, I should not always be passing the big patches of it, because it certainly comes in handy in other places as well. Let's see, we're going to dig down to this silver here. Might as well, it's right here. It did pick up some more copper, so we are definitely getting closer to making that set we need. Making the chest piece and the greaves. So let's see what's just over the horizon. Looking for more copper, please. Among other things, of course. Treasure, you know, items. I'll take those kind of things as well. Let's jump down in here. Whoa, that was fortunate. I thought that was going to be a long fall. Now I think, let's go into this one a bit further. Well, that is a drop. But I am curious. I kind of want to see this now. Let's see, you coming over here? Oh, you're trying, but you can't get through that, can you? That's unfortunate for you. Let's see, can I get you through there? Yes, I can. There we go. Sounds like a dog. Poor guy. Let's see here. What do we have? We have the meat we dropped down there, and then we've got... Yeah, not really worth it. You got some money there, but that's okay. Not quite worth diving in there and getting beat up. We'll just get out of here and continue our search for resources. Now eventually what we're going to do is we're either going to loop around this thing, or at this point if I die, I'm not going to try and keep going, you know, try to get back to where I'm at here. I've gone pretty far, so what we'll end up doing is just circling, getting in the ship and going off to another one of the planets and checking it out. Let's see, I really want that leather. Oh, your fire is terrible. I'm going to bandage up. And there you go. Oh, you jumped. Ah, and I ran right into his fire. Don't have any bandages at this point. I certainly could... Nope, I cannot make any. I could go back and tear up all these guys to make some more bandages, though. It might not be such a bad idea. So let's do that. I could throw the tent down, but I may just end up being attacked anyway. And it'd be nice to have the bandages. As we get further along the planet, once again, if I do die, there's really not coming back here. I don't want to make that long trek. So I'm going to go ahead and gather up this stuff and fortunately not take falling damage. And then we'll look at making a bunch more bandages. Okay, the sun, I believe, is trying to set on us, but I've got plenty of bandages now. I gathered actually quite a bit of that plant fiber. And there's not going to be a way around this guy. So let's see if we can get a shot in on him. Just missed him there. There we go. Look at that. Skillful shooting. Didn't even hit our peaceful inhabitant of the planet. Excellent. So let's see. We've got a bunch of iron here. Sun is going down though. We're going to pass this a bit. Got some silver up there, some money. Nothing immediate though that I feel compelled to go after. So I think that pretty much leaves the iron that I passed. And yeah, it's a good chunk of it. So we're going to actually gather that up, and I think probably chop down some trees because they're all close together. Tend to like to do that when they're all together. Just makes things a lot faster, and can always use wood. As the sun rises, we return to the action. I've been kind of traveling through the night cautiously and fighting my way along here. Let's go ahead and gather this up. So we've got some coal here. I may or may not go for that iron. Let's see. If we use dirt here, I guess I can chop this down real quick. Not with you though. We'll use the proper tools here. I know what I'm doing, sort of. Sort of, kind of. Can I get up that height? Ugh, just barely. I'm going to check these caves a little bit. Okay, that's the extent of that guy. And we have some iron here. So let's go ahead and gather this. Now we're getting to a point where I'm going to be ready to head back to the ship because I think we can make our armor. Maybe we might be able to make our whole set. I actually haven't looked in a bit to see what I've got or what that takes. Again, once we go back to the ship, we're kind of there. We're not coming back again. So let's go ahead and just go a little bit farther. I'm going to try and speed the pace up of exploration of this planet. Mostly because of that. I'd like to get back to the ship, and once I do, I'm not coming back. So let's hurry this up a bit. We're going to grab this coal. We'll skip those bits of iron there. Let's see. We have creatures that don't like us down in here. And nothing immediately of value. So there is some silver and coal down there that wouldn't be too bad to get. Look at this flat area. Aha! Now, here's the thing. I think we may have looped around. Yep, there's my spots. In fact, I should have known by this spot I just passed right here, but I was focusing on the camp. But yeah, we have looped around, so that's actually going to do it. Now I am going to dig down. Those guys are peaceful, right? So I guess I can just drop down in here. Be a little bit quicker. And dig this out. It'll also give me an opportunity to drop a torch down in here. We got some more bad guys. Lots of silver in here, though. Very cool. I think what we'll do is just kind of do something like this while we dig this out. So I think I'm going to clear this out, and I might gather up some of the plant fiber while we're here, too, because there's a bunch of it. And, you know, when you come across anything in large quantities together, it becomes hard to pass up. So we'll go ahead and grab all of this stuff. I will have to fight those guys, but you know what? I also want to check out the cave. Whoops! Yeah, let's be a little bit more prepared than that, shall we? Okay, one more here. Let's do this, because we can get the material on the way out. Okay, and that looks like it's going to be about it. One more light there. Yeah, we do have some iron, but we're going to go ahead and skip that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and gather up this silver and the plant fiber in this cave, and then we will head right back up to the ship. Alrighty, back aboard the USS Bluetail, or just the SS Bluetail, sure. Starship Bluetail. We've got plenty to do. So first things first, let's actually grab the copper ore that we've got. We'll go ahead and get this going. Let's see, that's gonna half that, it's gonna be 11, 20 something. I don't think we'll have enough to do everything we want to do, the two pieces, unfortunately. Copper was just wasn't something I was finding a lot of, but yeah, that gives us 23. Let's throw the iron in, get that going, and in the meantime, jump over to the anvil, right? So we've got greaves, and yeah, the chest piece takes a good chunk. So we'll go ahead and make the greaves while we're here, get that out of the way. I believe that will just, no, it won't just equip them. So we'll go ahead and put those on. Let's check that out. Yeah. Now, we can put this guy back on. It's the avian pants as far as the vanity slot here, so it looks like that's what we're wearing, but we'll actually be affected by the pants. So we'll do that because I think that's cool. We'll stick to the avian fashion. So that's cool. We're going to have to gather a lot more copper, but that might be something that can we just run across more of on the next planet. So let's throw the silver ore in here. We've got a lot to smelt. So, and we've got gold here too. Excellent. Lots of material. We have 123 coal. I don't think we'll have to put any more into the fuel station in order to get to the next planet to check out. Again, we did circle this one just like the first planet and check the surface. We could have gone deep down into it and found a lot more, of course, but what I want to do is basically get a feel for the planets in this system, and it's really easy to kind of loop across them and gather the resources that are immediately available. You start digging down, I find that it's easier to die. And we just want to get around and gather up as much resources as we can while also exploring the planets to get a good idea of what's around us, because once again we do want to find a planet to build a base on. That would be pretty sweet. So let's see, just take a quick inventory. That's right, we had seeds in here and wood and stone. I did pick up some chests, so we can kind of spread those out here. I do have a sign. Let's, I don't have a good place to put that. Just for fun, I think we can stick this here, right? If I get a little closer. Can we put it over this guy? I think we can. There we go. We can put that on top. That's cool. I don't really need the chest in here. We've got plenty of inventory in this guy. Bunch of space. Let's go ahead and just drop. We're going to have a bunch of useless weapons. We'll put those in here. I could just dump those out on some planet somewhere. I don't think there's a way to delete those. I could be wrong. But, yeah, let's see. We'll just kind of put these in here, separate them out. I have an anvil. Oh, I found an anvil. I was like, why did I make a second anvil? But that's cool. What we're going to do is we're actually going to put that in here, and we'll tote that along with us. It'll allow us to craft something while we're out if need be. We'll put these guys here. Lots of wood. Plenty of wood. We're going to go ahead and keep that on us, though. Throw this in here. So basically just get everything separated. We have a lot of meat that could be cooked as well. I've got 8 up in the quick slot there. Let's see. How's this stuff going? Okay, we actually didn't put this, get this in there. Get the gold smelting. And I think what we'll do is we'll get the meat cooking. It's no sense keeping it in our backpack raw. And while that goes, let's go ahead and cruise over here and see about checking out another planet. So we've been in this system and we've got just the one we did in the larger planet, the snow one. We're not going to do that yet. We came from here, so let's get a little bit closer to the sun. And we've got 2 forest planets. So let's go ahead and go to the blue guy here. Looks like this is going to use a big chunk of our fuel, a little bit more than half, but that's what coal is for, and we have quite a bit of it, so we're not really hurting in that department. I guess I forgot to get that cooking. And we can gather up the gold here. Plenty of gold. We've got a lot of ore going on, except copper. I think we needed another 20 of that. In fact, let's go ahead and double check, because I want to know when I'm down on a planet. What we need is 24 more copper, which means we need 48 ore. So we've got a lot of ore to gather. Lots of ore to gather. 48. Cool. So let's get to this planet. We should be arriving any second now. I'm going to check. Did I put anything? No, I didn't put anything in there. And we could drop the doors off in this guy. I'm kind of putting the decorative-ish things into here. This is garbage. We're not really using the shields or anything. Put that guy in there as well. Keep the rope. I actually have yet to use rope. We need to try that out, though. Definitely need to try that out. So anyway, here we are above the planet. And yeah, I think we are ready to jump down and get to exploring.